should be a great one here between the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Gaudin alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis. And CD, our quarterbacks taking center stage here for each of their respective offenses. Taylor Heineke of Washington, Dak Prescott of the Cowboys.
And I think that each quarterback wants to play this game with a faster tempo. They want to get the plays in quickly, get in and out of the huddle quickly.
Scrimmage, and that's it. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Prescott. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb, and the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3.
And getting needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Sly able to put this one through. And the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. So it's it back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain, and he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo.
Down 11 yards on that pickup. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. There's Jamin Davis, the former Kentucky Wildcat, bringing the pressure that time. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion.
Here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will be taken at the 13. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be Washington. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That catch there, good for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Donovan Wilson that time there on the tackle.
Steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 15 yards the pickup. 1st down, Washington. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning.
Right back to him on 1st down. And some room to maneuver. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
On 1st and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing. Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They
did the 17. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his
yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And a short pickup to about the 20.
Go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Straight ahead, Gibson. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick it.
Stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
2nd and 10. Now Heineke. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him.
And there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
Only 7 players cross 1,000 for the Commanders.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Heineke now. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for...
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They can probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open. Geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit them quick. A little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 93 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him and throw it to a team? Struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll roll him out right. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Cole Turner, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. A punt, and he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando. of this first half of action. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 102 yards on the ground for him so far.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success.
Down. Here's Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. And Washington now going to use. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And it will be 11. Looking to throw. Heineke. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. First down, Heineke. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 4.
Of course, you got to catch the ball, but route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. All the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through, and that will do it.
Lawrence. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Washington. And a big part of their success on the scoreboard is their success in the running game. Over 100 yards as a team in those first 2 quarters.
Tonight, the Chiefs and Buccaneers from Tampa. That's a rematch of Super Bowl 55, of course. And then Monday night, rematch of last year's NFC Championship game. The Rams and Niners from Santa Clara. Coverage on that one, 8:15 Eastern. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And for one of the few times here today, this runs not about set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. A handoff left, Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it. When you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here is Washington now to take over. They were losers to Philadelphia a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead as they start this drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground, and here's another example. They never great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And now we've got a coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Third and short yardage. Heineke to the right side and complete to Thomas. And they're going to get this up to midfield. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. It'll go down as a gain of 6.
Getting outside of the pocket, that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Thanks. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down.
It returns it right back to Samuel. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. We have played 3 quarters. Woolrich offensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're easy. But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. He's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they heard it twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Reset button starting tomorrow.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, they'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now they're staring at a 30, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of...
They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And the Cowboys are going to get it back here just past the 35. They'll try and run for it. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that.
So it's Washington getting the victory here. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. But usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.